Back, hundreds of members from trade union Cosatu were taking part in a nationwide protest in various cities. There have been some roadblocks and road closures. Now, the members want a moratorium on job cuts in certain sectors, as well as a speedier resolution on a minimum wage policy. In Johannesburg, they are also protesting against e-tolls, retrenchments and Eskom's failure to finish building new power stations on time. The marches are being punted by Cosatu as the mother of all stayaways, but the one in Johannesburg has been plagued by confusion about where the starting point and a poor turnout. Nonetheless, those who've turned up there are in high spirits, and they've just arrived at the Telkom offices. They possibly would have left to deliver their first memorandum of grievances. They'll be heading to the Chamber of Mines next, and from there, the intention is to move on to the Gauteng Premier's office. Well, Liabo Setho has been following the march in Johannesburg. Let's get a word from her. Liabo, good afternoon. I want to tackle the issue of the turnout first. Has it been convincing?
Well, Devin, I'm quite surprised that you asked me this. It's almost that you know that there was a lot of confusion this morning. First of all, this morning we were told that the marchers are going to be gathering at Mary Fitzgerald Square at 9 a.m. So myself and the SABC crew went straight there, only to find that there was no one there. The march or the assembly point had been changed to Parktown, closer to Empire Road, which is where a lot of people went to. And now I asked a lot of people who were part of the marches about what really happened with regards to this confusion. The one guy says to me, look, a lot of people had to turn back because when they got to Mary Fitzgerald Square, they found that there's nothing happening, so they were not prepared to go up to the other assembly point, which perhaps could be the reason why we're seeing such what others may call such a disappointing turnout. We know that Cosatu has members in their hundreds who are part of the Cosatu affiliation, but you can only see around about just under 5,000 or under 3,000 people who have turned out today. So others may describe today's turnout in Gauteng particularly as disappointing.
Okay, so the marchers having already handed a memorandum to Telkom, I understand it. What's next on this route?
Next on this route is the Department of Labour, which I believe right now the Department of Labour representative has received the memorandum of demand and has accepted it and signed it. What that demand wants is they want the job cuts or the job cuts, yes, and the retrenchments, the Department of Labour to intervene and stop all of those. We know about the bloodbaths that we've seen in various sectors of the economy where we've seen lots and lots of people being in the risk of losing their jobs.
So we do apologize for that poor visual, but let me just keep you there with the last question, Liabo. So, like you say, a lineup of issues, a moratorium on job cuts, a minimum wage, and of course, e-tolls in Gauteng. What's union leaders saying about the type of response they expect?
Earlier this morning, when we got to the final assembly point in Parktown, I spoke to one of the Cosatu representatives who told us that they're very confident that what they're protesting against will be heard. They're confident that the people will come out in numbers. But you must also remember, the one thing about labor unions is their confidence. They mobilize lots and lots of people to come, and they hope that will make an impact. However, the true measure of that is when the people they are protesting against take action in what they're saying. So obviously they will be very confident in what they're protesting against, but it's whether Eskom, Telkom, Department of Labour, the Premier's office, the Chamber of Mines, if all of those people will take into account what Cosatu has served to them, and if any action will be taken indeed.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. We do apologize for the break in visuals here and there. Liabo Setho following the Cosatu march in Johannesburg for